What's going on, guys? Today's topic is about using the VA loan to build a $1 million housing portfolio. I've helped veterans use this strategy over and over again. Now I'm showing you. Let's talk about it. So, for those of you that are new here, my name is Hector Campirano. I'm a mortgage broker based in Texas. And the mission of my team is simple, it's to save you, a veteran, the most money possible whenever you're using your VA loan. There's a lot of VA lenders out there that will promote themselves as companies that help veterans, but in reality, they are just profiting off you. So if at any point you have any questions about using your VA loan, we're licensed in 48 states. Text me 210-722-0122. That is my personal cell phone number. I will personally respond to you and make sure you are taken care of. That's enough of that. Let's get into how you can use your VA loan for a $1 million portfolio. Okay, so for the purposes of this video, I'm going to make the assumption that you're active duty and that you're at your duty station at the moment. So when you're active duty, you typically have one of two options. One, live on base, or two, you can find a house off base, purchase it, or rent it, right? So obviously what we want to do in this situation is utilize your BAH in a way that we're going to be able to start investing in real estate to get to that $1 million portfolio that we talked about earlier. Okay, so for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna make the assumption that you're active duty and that you're at your duty station. When you're at your duty station, you typically have one of two options. You can use your BAH, you can rent on base, right? You're living on base. Two, you can find a home off base and you can rent or buy that home. So obviously in this video, we're talking about building a $1 million portfolio. So we want to buy a house off base, but let me tell you why. Let me give you some reasoning as to why this makes sense, even though you might already know. So whenever you are active duty, you're getting your basic allowance for housing, right? You're getting, let's just say $2,000 a month, and you're putting $2,000 a month back to the military's pocket whenever you're living on base. And let's add up the return on the investment for that. It is $0. You're getting none of that back. Whenever you buy off base, you take some initiative and you go through, I don't want to say the hassle, but you go through the steps of buying a home. You know, it's a process. But that extra month or two that you spend looking for a home is going to just yield an insane amount for you in the long run, because now you're taking $2,000 a month, putting it into a home that is chipping away at a mortgage. And on top of that, you're building equity. Every single year that you own that house, it's increasing in value. Look at the last 5 years. Look at 2024 to 2019, massive increases. So any veterans that bought a home in 2019, their house has seen just massive growth. Ask a veteran that's been on base for the last 5 years how much they're making off of their BAH, and that is going to be nothing. So don't be the veteran that chooses the easy route. We want to do what we can to find you a home. We want to get you pre-approved and start building equity and start building that $1 million portfolio. So let's talk about the next step. So step one is to use your BAH wisely. We want to put that into a home to find that first property that is going to be yours. Step two is whenever you get your PCS orders, and now you're going to go from Texas to California, wherever your next duty station might be. What you're going to be doing now is you're going to look for a home in California. The home in Texas, now you're able to rent that out. So the VA is going to allow you to put a renter in here. Essentially, we're going to remove that mortgage payment off of your credit is what it's going to look like. And now you qualify for an entirely new house in California. So basically you're repeating steps one again. So what you're going to do is you're going to find this second house. You're going to live in it for X amount of years while you're stationed there. Now you have a property in California. Now you have a property in Texas. So now you have two properties that are essentially paid for with your BAH, because now your BAH is covering California and a renter is covering the mortgage payment for Texas. Two properties that are appreciating, two properties that are getting the mortgage balance paid, and two properties that are going to be worth a lot of money in the next few years. And the longer you hold it, the more it's going to be worth. And that, my friend, is the pathway to building wealth with your VA loan. There's a couple of other things I do want to touch on. I don't want to go too into detail because I do want to wrap up the video, but we do want to take into account your VA entitlement, because you can only use your VA loan up to that VA loan limit, but there are work ways around it. So let's just say after you buy your California home, you just run out of entitlement. So that means that you cannot use the VA loan again. What you can do for one of your homes, let's just say your Texas home, you can refinance that home into a conventional loan. And after that, you're going to free up the entitlement, and now you're free to use the VA loan again. Of course, there's some details that we want to look at as far as the numbers go, but that's a topic for another video. I just want you guys to focus on this plan like at a bird's eye view. When you get with a lender like myself, we can start planning all of this out. We can start planning out your moves. We can start planning out some refinances, and we can figure out how we can best set this up to make sure that this works for you. So if you have any questions, feel free, comment below, like the video. That really helps the engagement and the reach of this video. The goal is to reach as many veterans as we can. We want veterans to know about this. We want veterans to start just creating income for themselves. You know, once you're out of the military, we want you guys to have a portfolio that you guys can capitalize on, because this is money that is being provided to you by the military to purchase homes. So it's like, use it the right way. Don't waste it on military housing. You know, you definitely can, but I hope this video was an eye opener and it showed you that there are more efficient ways to use that money that are going to help you and your future self just be in a better position. So if you have any questions, feel free to text 210-722-0122. Even if you're not going to do this for yourself, send it to a veteran. Our team is here to serve as many veterans as we possibly can. We are here to help. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.